Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button. All right, guys, today I'm going to be talking about why Sigma males are introverts and avoid loners. All right. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because we have far too many guys online when it comes to the Sigma male content. They're giving description of loners and they're not giving descriptions of introvert, and it's really starting to mess up the brand. I don't want people to get the wrong idea about the brand when it comes to Sigma males. Sigma males are introverts. Introverts deal with a small group of people. I'm talking about the definition, not what you want it to be. Too many loners that are doing nothing with their life are trying to find a cop-out, and you're using Sigma Nation and Sigma males as a cop-out for you being a loner sitting at home doing nothing. You're like, oh, Sigma males, we block out the whole world. There's no sense of us being around people. We don't mess with modern women because modern women are bad. No, that's loner loser talk that can't get a woman. That's incel talk trying to convince himself that what he's doing is cool. But when it comes to a Sigma, we'll attract all the women. There's no point of us hating women when we attract so much. The guy that hates women the most is the guy that can't get them. The guy that gets all the women, those girls are just homegirls. We know the difference between a bad girl and a good woman. There's no reason for us to block them out. We block out the world to accomplish our dreams. But best believe, we don't have problems with whores. Whores come in handy when we need them to do what we need them to do. We just know not to wife them up. We don't fall in love with them. So when it comes to an introverted Sigma male, this guy is always chasing his dream. This guy is always working on self-improvement. This guy is always moving. The difference is we don't wake up in the morning and call our friends to see what they're doing. We don't wake up in the morning and follow somebody else's lifestyle to see what they're up to. We don't wake up in the morning and try to find the newest YouTube video or the newest thing that's on Instagram or what's the latest trend for the day, because I have nothing to do with our life. When we wake up every day, there's a purpose. When I woke up today, I had to get up, get my coffee. Now I'm on my way to the gym in order to get my workout in. After I get my workout in, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna edit this video, and then I'm gonna go live. After I go live for a couple hours, I got meetings in the afternoon, and then I got some stuff I gotta handle with my girl. We are busy. The only difference is we don't let everybody know what we're doing when we're doing it. We don't have a certain person that we're talking throughout the day and people are constantly calling our phone. People know with me, if it ain't important, you better not call my phone. If you just calling to see what I'm doing for the day because you're bored doing what you're doing, I'm gonna cut you off. I don't want those conversations where you done thought of something to talk about when you call me and I'm supposed to sit up and talk about it. We don't do that. We're not bored people. We know how to occupy our time when we are alone. We are the most inventive when we are by ourselves, so we don't want to be distracted by the latest trend, by the latest gossip. Why? That doesn't get us anywhere in life, but it entertains a loner who has nothing else to do. See, a loner, your whole life is going to be the internet. Your whole life is going to be chat rooms. Your whole life is going to be disagreements. Your whole life is going to be trying to find a way to activate your brain online because you've distanced yourself away from people because you are too weak. You're too emotional. You curl up like a little fling, like, oh my God, life is so bad. I got to stay away from people because I'm so emotional. That's not a Sigma male. Stop coming over here to my brand trying to make it sound like we scared of people, we scared of women, we scared of this. No, we're the hierarchy, which means that we're always in deep thought. We're always strategizing our next step 5 steps ahead. We're always seeing through people. We don't need to be that emotional about people. Now with me, I could be an introvert and an extrovert if you go look at my channel because I customize cars. I work on cars. I'm a YouTuber. I have to be out there like that. But my natural state is a introverted male, which means like I'm making moves right now, my phone is off and it would be off for the next 6 hours so I can handle all of my business. A loner doesn't have any business at all. You're barely making money. Most of y'all are still living at home with your mom and dad. You're not doing anything constructive with your life. You don't have any long-term goals. All you're doing is stuck in the past. You're stuck into things that hurt you. You're stuck inside of a time period that doesn't exist anymore. And I'm getting sick of you guys confusing that with my brand. When it comes to a Sigma male, you are required to be chasing your dreams. You're required to be in the gym. You're required to stay active. You're required always seeking to be better. You're required to wake up every day and tell yourself, I am in learning mode. What can I learn today that I can apply to my life that's going to help me be a better man tomorrow? Not what can I learn today so I can become a better debater and show everybody that I'm right and correct people's spelling and correct people's grammar. Okay, we ain't doing that. Because in real life, nobody's perfect. Nobody speaks perfect. Nobody acts perfect. Nobody looks perfect at all. Nothing is perfect in real life. Us as a Sigma introvert, we understand that. So there's no point of us being emotional whenever people are showing imperfections. But when you're sitting at home and you're judging yourself all the time, which is what loners do, you're constantly putting yourself down, telling yourself you're not good enough, telling yourself you're a loner. Okay, when you start to put yourself down, you start to look at fault in others. Sigmas don't look at faults in others. We realize that the world is not perfect and that people are going to make mistakes, but loners feel like they have to point out everybody's imperfections and make it known they have imperfections in order for them to feel better about themselves, because they beat themselves down so bad that they have to bring somebody else down in order to feel better. This is why loners love watching horror stories. You love watching the news that only put out bad news. You only gravitate towards bad news. Why? Because you don't like yourself. So you enjoy watching the bad parts of life because that makes you feel comfortable sitting inside of your room. And after you sit inside your room and be alone for so long, you're going to be antisocial and start to hate people. Unfortunately, your life sucks extremely bad and it's probably not going to go anywhere. But as a Sigma male, we're not sitting inside the house prejudging other people's faults to make ourselves feel better. We're sitting inside the house masterminding. How do we get ahead? How do we get the next dollar? How do we grow from here? How do we get better from here? How do we advance that? We're thinking of new things, mind traveling, mind unraveling things that get our mind boggling that we can apply and go into real life. We have friends in real life that we deal with, but our friends in real life are successful people. Our friends are busy people. Our friends are friends who are doing things with their life. We don't have friends that are sitting online being worms that are going back and forth like the loner is. That ain't what we doing. We don't go in chat rooms with people we don't know and get in debates back and forth about situations that we can't control. We have no control over people. We only have control over our thoughts and how we react to people and react to life as life changes to us. We're very, very, very adaptable people. A loner is not a adaptable person. That is a person that has hit a roadblock in their life. They've slumped into depression and they're going nowhere. They're going to wear the same clothes for the rest of their life. They're going to watch the same stuff for the rest of their life. They're going to eat fast food. They're going to play video games. They're going to be depressed. They're going to look for evil thoughts. They're going to feel less. And the older they get, the lower their self-esteem is going to be. Unfortunately, the downfall about this is that this is what makes up 90% of the internet. 90% of the internet is filled with abandoned children who have became loners, slumped into depression, that follow nothing but the bots and the drama. That's your life. Stop getting this confused. I watch so many content creators behind the scenes, little introverts that found the way to deepen their voice with some voice machine to make themselves sound masculine in order to create Sigma male content so they sound like a real man. That ain't what we doing. We're not putting on disguises. If you're going to be a real man, get out and get in the gym and do some real man stuff. Let's not sit behind the cameras and try to talk like we big and bad because you're able to read other people's content and then regurgitate it yourself as if you've been through it. No, homie, you're only lying to yourself. Most of you have not applied the knowledge that you gained to your life in order to get ahead. You're only using it to argue and debate with other people. That's what loners do because you have no physical connection with nobody. Don't you get it? You're sitting by yourself and you have nothing going on and you're trapped inside the matrix. You got to get up out of the matrix. The introvert Sigma male is always outside the matrix. Stop trying to claim to be one of us when you're not. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are getting the message behind the video. Hopefully if you don't fit these traits, you go ahead and unsubscribe from my channel, because Sigma Nation isn't supporting weak men no more. All right, we made enough money off of y'all down the road. Hasta la vista.